Hi, everybody in middle school, 5th through 8th grade. Today, we are going to take a pause from some more of the project-based learning that we do, where we go through things like using Google Sheets, using Google Slides, using a website called Scratch, and making projects to something a little different before we get into the next section of content that we will next week. And for today, we are going to take a moment to talk about digital citizenship, something that I try to incorporate or try to talk about a little bit each year. And one of my goals as a teacher, as a computer teacher, has been to actually increase that and talk about that a little bit more. But with lessons virtually and during our pandemic time, that is a bit of a challenge. So today, there are just a couple things I would like you to do, and this may potentially be the shortest video from me for all of the school year. So I know a lot of you will be happy about that because you don't like when my videos go on too long. So, digital citizenship is a couple of categories of things that are all about staying safe online, protecting yourself and your data, your information, protecting your privacy, and also being kind, good spirited to others and not let others be the opposite to you as far as anything negative, mean, inappropriate, bullying. Okay, so those are some generalities. Now, teaching this, it comes about in a lot of different ways, and I'm going to just point out the two things that I would like you to do today. First, um, is a video that I'm going to have a link for right here, and it says Digital Citizenship Middle School 2020. And it has some other teachers or technology professionals talk about digital citizenship, some of the same things I just mentioned, and go into detail about some of those different categories and some common things that we need to be careful of when we are online, using devices, communicating, going on the internet, getting messages and sending messages, and things like that. This really applies to everyone. Anyone who may use an internet connected device, whether that's a computer, cell phone, toy, laptop, iPad, anything like that, from little kids all the way up to grandparents and great grandparents. I myself just had or let me back up and say, I have never had a problem with being scammed or falling for a scam myself. My wife has actually had two things happen to her that resulted in very real things where she got, tricked through no fault of her own. And just recently, within the past month or so, I had an older elderly relative, my grandfather, who is 96, actually get scammed through a phone call. That was a scammer phone call looking for, people's information and possibly money. So it is very real and it happens a lot in our society. So in any case, this video right here, we'll talk about it for just a little bit. Thought you might like hearing and seeing somebody else talk for a little while. It's only 7 minutes long, and if you guys can hear people talk about their Don't Touch the Car challenge or their Roblox world that they built for 27 minutes, I think you can watch a 7-minute YouTube video. After that, there's another link that I have to, and I'm going to turn the sound down here, a tool that Google made. And Google sometimes really makes awesome tools for us. We've seen many in the past. This is a tool that Google made called Interland. It is very self-explanatory. It's basically set up in video game format. To teach a little bit or give a little bit of experience about, they break it up into four main categories of digital citizenship. One is called Kindness Kingdom. Another is called Mindful Mountain. The other is called Reality River. And the other, I believe, is called Tower of Treasure or Secrets. The name's not coming to me, but they deal with four different types of content to deal with digital citizenship, and each one is a different style of gameplay. I have my opinions about which ones are more fun or not. There are some that I actually really like and really enjoy playing, and I would like you guys to take computer class today to go through them, to pay attention to the lessons that they're trying to teach in a fun way, and hopefully learn a little bit about digital citizenship and staying safe online. As one fast side note, and I'm not saying this to brag, I promise I'm saying it for a reason, I don't know if you guys realize this, but I have a second grader, a fourth grader, and an eighth grader at home. And a lot of times I have my kids test out the different lessons before I send them off to you guys and ask you guys to do them at home. And I don't help them at all. I basically give them the same thing that I give to you guys. And I had both my second grader and my fourth grader go to this website, Google Interland, and I'd ask them to just go through one level each. And each of them, without any help, without me even in the room, went through all four of them, completed them, did them completely, enjoyed doing them, thought they were fun, and had no problem. And were able to do it. So for 5th through 8th graders, I really hope that you guys are able to, and it's something that is easy enough for you to kind of be a little more self-directed at. All right, that is all for today. So please take some time to do that, work on that, and I will see you next week.